a blind 30 plays in 60 minutes. That is correct. This show is only 60 minutes, which means we have to fit every single one of these numbers up here in that time. When I actually start the show, I'm going to be starting this timer right here so we can all keep track of how much time we have left. If we don't get all the plays done, you don't get to see them all. So to get your money's worth, you should get us through this. So you see you all have menus out in front of you. Each one of those names corresponds with one of the numbers up here. So when I say the word, or anyone back here says the word curtain, you will start yelling out whatever number you want to hear. Let's practice. Curtain!
60!
You guys are so good! Okay, you'll definitely know what to do. Okay. So another important thing, you all receive name tags before the show. Not only are they hilarious, but they help with consent. This is a very audience participation show, so if at any point you feel uncomfortable or don't wish to participate, you can just take off that name tag and we will pretend you literally don't exist. Though I would recommend keeping it on for the full experience. All right, I think that's all. Great. I'm going to set this timer, and then once I say curtain, y'all know what to do, right?
Right.
And
That's fine.
it's not being curtain.
5!
5. Number 5, the lower depths. Go.
Hi, Justin.
What do you mean by that?
I just said hi, Justin.
Yes, but what do you mean?
Just mean to say hello.
Yes.
To you, Justin.
Because?
I want to make some connection with you.
Wow.
I like you.
What does that mean?
I'm reaching out to express warmth to
Warmth?
you. I am looking for a mutually positive reinforcement of our beings.
Why?
I want to feel good. I want to feel alive. I want to feel...
But why?
I have low self-esteem.
What does that mean?
I'm wishing that I could feel good about myself and happy and confident about everything I do every second of every day.
And therefore?
I'm approaching you and giving you a positive greeting, which I'm counting on you to return in such a way that I will feel completely vindicated in my hope and desire that I am a good person who is deserving of the love of others and the love of myself every single second of every day.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
I'm approaching you and giving you a positive greeting, which I'm counting on you to return in such a way that I'll feel completely vindicated in my hope and desire that I am a good person who is deserving of the love of others and the love of myself every single second of every day.
Hi, Luke.
Curtain!
Number 22, oldies but goodies. Go.
Curtain!
Number 8, heads you lose. Go.
Angry. I am angry. I am
Incredibly angry. I am furious and I am pissed off.
Of course, I'm not really. I'm only acting. In fact, I never really get angry. I mean, I get angry, but I never run around screaming and throwing things. I just kind of get quietly depressed. But inside, I really feel like I should be screaming and breaking things, like I want to break this chair. Or like I want to ram my head through this wall, or like I want to rip my arms and legs off and beat myself with them. Of course, I can't. Not only because of the physiological impossibility of all of that, but because of the way I just am. Or the way I was raised, or I had a roommate in college who kept trying to give me lessons in... I don't want to talk about that. I want to do. I want to be angry. I want to take this and do this. I want to take this woman's head and I hate, I loathe, I detest, I seethe with ignominy. I seethe with ignominy? And what is this, some kind of vocabulary test? I mean, I can't even get pissed off without turning it into some intellectual exercise tantamount to the SATs. There I go again. Do you know how this makes me feel? It pisses me off, this feels right, this feels good. I mean, Sophie, you know me for 3 years, 3 long years, right, Sophie? Have you ever seen me get this pissed off?
No, I haven't.
No. Have you seen me get kind of quiet and depressed and mumble about things?
Constantly.
Yeah. Freaking rolling down on a cigarette! I can't even swear properly. I should really stop this. It's starting to piss me off. Curtain! Number 30! 30-second tag! Go!
Number
17! Number 17! What I assume people think I do when I tell them I'm a performance artist. Go!
Whoosh! Whoosh! Whoosh!
Number 29, give and take, go! Hi, welcome to Give and Take! You know the rules, let's meet the contestants. We've got Ray! We've got Sophie! We've got Enid! Remember to answer the questions as quickly as possible because time is of the essence!
essence.
Let's go! Ray, how many fingers am I holding up? To Nicole. Right! Can you say door stop? Yes. Right! Enid, what's your most painful childhood experience? Gotta be quicker than that, Enid! Ray, how do you spell dog? D-O-G. Right! Sophie, are those your shoes? Yes. Right! Enid, if you had to marry your mother or your sister, which would you choose? Time's up, Enid! Well, that's the end of our round 1. Hopefully this... Oh, let's see how our contestants are doing! We've got Ray with 200 points! We've got Sophie with 200 points! We've got Enid with nothing. Well, hopefully this next round will help Enid out a bit because it's double or nothing. It's
Time is
double!
of the essence.
Let's go! Ray, what time is it? It's nighttime, Nicole. Night! Sophie, is Nancy Pelosi or Benito Mussolini our Speaker of the House of Representatives?
Yes.
Close enough. Enid, what is the difference between a horse? Time's up, Enid! Right. Where is your head?
Right here, Nicole.
Right! Sophie, is there a God?
Yes.
Right! Enid, how do you masturbate?
Magazines and hankering!
Excuse me?
I get out the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition and rub hand cream all over my penis. Nicole! Student! Numbers!
13! Number 13, blind date. Go! Oh, come on. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard day. Would you like to go to the
Because without you here, it'd be a drag to do the show, and we make less money. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. A simpleton's mind hits many notes of the pen. That was a palindrome. No, it wasn't. Thank you for coming.
For our last piece, we would like to tell you what this play's about.
It's about 2 minutes.
Thank you for coming.
Curtain!
Number 28, flammable pants. Go! For this next play, you are to indicate that the statement I have just said is true by raising your hand above your head. For instance, if I were to say, my name is Ruby, you would. Awesome. And if I were to say, I have a name, you would. Excellent. It is incredibly important that you are honest if this play is to work. Here we go. I believe people should be honest. Statement number 2. I value the honesty of my friends. Number 3. I think of myself as an honest person. 4. I pick my nose. 5. I am a masturbator. 6. I have cheated while in a monogamous relationship. 7. I have had a sexually transmitted disease. 8. I have had a homosexual experience. I have made racist remarks. I have shoplifted as an adult. I take antidepressants. I have had an abortion. I have tried to commit suicide. I regret raising my hand at the beginning of this play. I didn't raise my hand when I should have earlier in this play. I think of myself as an honest person. Thank you for your honesty. Curtain!
Number 11. House to War. Go.
Why, hello there. I know some of you have heard about war in Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, etc., etc., etc. And I bet you're wondering, how do I war? Well, sir, all you need to know are these 12 easy steps, and you'll be warring in no time, and hopefully for years to come.
Step 1. Be yourself. People always assume that in order to really war, you have to work at it, but you'll be relieved to know that, no, it just comes naturally. No need to try, just be yourself.
Step 2, meet people. Get out there and socialize. Strike up a conversation with someone you don't know in a place you've never been. Share your views. Try to meet someone exotic.
Step 3. Find the differences. When you're talking to that person, they say something kooky. You wouldn't say something kooky like that, would you? What do you think made them say something so kooky?
Step 4, extrapolate. Make that one kooky person into a group of kooky people. After all, he must have learned his kooky ways somewhere. I bet there's a whole fleet of kooky people out there just like him.
Step 5. Name your terms. How would you describe that kooky person? Do they look different than you? Do they talk funny? Do they come from a different place and believe different things? Label those differences with one easy term. Congratulations! You have now successfully identified a whole group of people based on one interaction with one kooky person.
Step 6, get scared. What if these people wanted something from you? What if they moved in next door? What if they forced you to look and talk and think the way they do? You know what? They do. This isn't a scary idea, it's a scary reality. How can you sleep at night knowing that?
7. Get angry. How dare these people make you change? What makes them think they're so much better than you are? You'd rather die than become one of them, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
8, find some friends. If you feel this way, you can bet your bippy there are other people out there who are even angrier. Find them, make friends, and have big meetings where you talk about how angry you are about these people. And by the way, stop thinking of them as people. Think of them as child molesters.
9. Get some friends killed. Nothing gets people's attention and inspired like seeing their friends killed. People die all the time. Find one and blame it on the child molesters. Notice how quickly really important people suddenly wake up and agree that These aren't people. They're child molesters and need to be wiped off the face of the earth.
10. Say thank you. Nothing encourages important people to act on your behalf like a large check and hearty thank you. If the important people see some large checks, they'll start convincing other important people that exterminating these child molesters is the right thing to do.
Step 11. Get some more people killed. With the support of these important people, kill some child molesters. Once you've successfully killed off a couple of them, they'll inevitably kill some of you. Let it happen. Embrace it. Revel in it. Don't look now, but you've started a war.
Step 12. Keep it going. You've done the hard part. Keeping the war going is easy. If you're really lucky, you'll get to destroy some stuff. Rebuild the stuff you destroyed and destroy it again! Always remember those basic kooky differences you started with. Extrapolate and expand. You'll be worried for a good long time. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Number 23. This play does not exist. Go.
Excuse me, has anyone seen a plane number 23 paper? Oh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It has come to our attention that there have been spurious rumors spreading throughout the theater about the existence of a so-called 23rd play. I am here to officially state that there is no play number 23. In fact, there has never been a play number 23. We believe the source of these malicious rumors to have originated from a simple confusion with play number 24. We are making every effort to identify the person or persons responsible for... It's not true. It exists. It's a good play. I'm done play number... I'm done play number 23. I promise it's real. I will tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears a mistake has been made. The previous speaker was reading from the wrong script. The situation has been taken care of. I reiterate, there is no Play 23. There never was a Play 23. Play 23 will never, ever be spoken about again.
Number 19. Love Nadia.
Go.
Hey Nadia, could you come out here? Yeah, sure, Brooklyn.
Take a seat.
What's up?
I have something here that may be of interest to you. It's a letter addressed to me and it seems to concern you. I'd like to read it to you if I could.
Sure.
Great. It goes, Dear Brooklyn, the following may come as a shock to you, but I feel the truth must be known. Under no circumstances should Nadia be told the contents of this letter. If she were to be confronted with it, I'm sure she would deny everything, accuse me, and possibly become violent. So be careful. The truth is, Nadia is not what she appears to be.
That's a lie! That's a damn fudging lie!
Calm down. She goes on to
I don't
say.
care what she goes on to say, Brooklyn, because she's a liar! She's a damn fudging liar! That asshole, she's the one you can't trust. She's the one that's got something to hide, that asshole!
Calm down. There's more here.
Asshole!
Can I go on?
Sure.
You're sure?
Go on, Brooklyn!
Okay. It continues, as I mentioned before, absolute secrecy is mandatory because if Nadia ever got this news, her violence could be the least of it. Through my own intimate knowledge, I believe that she will fall into a dark, depressive state, complete with nervous twitchings and tiny outbursts under her breath. At first, this is quite stunning, but soon becomes downright annoying, This will only persist
This
for
will
a short time
until she actually catches up to you by some unbelievable freak of nature overtakes you and actually predicts what you will say before you can say it. It is now that Nadia is at her most powerful.
It is now that Nadia is
her most manipulative, and most dangerous. As I actually get you to eat your own earwax on stage.
As I actually get you to eat your own earwax on stage.
Love Nadia.
Love Nadia.
Curtain!
Number 1, title. Go.
Statement. 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 Question?
Agreement.
Reassured statement. Confident statement. Confident statement. Overconfident statement.
Question.
Elaborate defensive excuse.
Half-hearted agreement.
Insecure statement. Distracted statement. Absurd statement.
Clarification question?
Panicked BS explanation. Quick meaningless comic non sequitur.
Laughter.
Fake laughter.
Laughter.
Fake laughter. Unconscious complement of physical characteristics.
Pleased response.
Shocked continuation of meaningless comic non sequitur.
Laughter.
Relieved laughter.
Laughter.
Relieved laughter.
Superficial compliment.
Self-assured agreement as denial. The exaggerated statement. Grossly exaggerated statement.
Clarification question.
Extremely exaggerated elucidation.
Mental compliment with accidental double entendre.
Confident laughter.
Embarrassed
Confident
laughter.
laughter. Confident suggestive proposition.
Violent denial.
Gas repetition is question.
Disgusted violent denial.
Defensive incriminating implication.
Offended retort.
Aggressive childish insult.
Disbelieving rhetorical question.
Aggressive childish insult.
Stunned silence.
Aggressive childish insult.
Defensive childish response.
Aggressive childish insult.
Defensive childish response.
Aggressive childish insult.
Defensive childish response.
Attempted condescending conclusive statement.
Brilliant scathing remark with literary allusions and long-term devastating scatological implications.
Pathetic self-revelation. Curtain!
Number 2, tool. Go. Sometimes we like to include a short play on the menu to ensure we get a better shot at finishing the show in 60 minutes. Curtain.
Hey!
3, it's a breeze. Go.
Hi! We're male.
And white.
Not only that, but we're young.
Yeah, 4 young white men. Think of the power.
You know, life's a breeze when you're young, white, and male.
Yeah, we can do anything we want to.
We can go anywhere we please.
The future is anything we want to make it.
Yeah.
We can be head of the household.
We can run large corporations.
We can be elected to major political offices. Like mayor.
Or Senate.
All because we're young, white, and male.
Thank God we're not women. Or black.
Or queer.
You mean you're not?
No.
Oh, I thought you...
No. I was thinking maybe, Oh,
Oh, no, dude. Don't look at me.
Oh God! And straight! We've got it made!
You know, the other day I hired one of us for a job.
I just wrote a book about one of us.
Yeah. Last night I went to the theater and saw a play written about being just like us.
So, who you guys vote for in the next election?
One of us! You know, life's a breeze for us. We can do anything we want to because we're young, we're white, we're straight, and we're male.
Male. Curtain.
24.
Number 20. All these things are true? Go.
These things are true.
I used to tear the legs off of Daddy Longlegs and watch him squirm around.
I used to think my grandpa was George Bush.
My best friend is in jail.
I was dared to kiss my 6th grade boyfriend on the bus, and the bus driver separated us.
I stole a ring from Justice when I was 6.
I split my sister's skull open with a glass jar.
I once ate 3 tablespoons of nutmeg in an attempt to hallucinate.
My friend's girlfriend in front of me, and I kicked it.
I threw a juice box at my brother's head.
I stole money from my sister's piggy bank for a year.
I almost got arrested for underage drinking in another country.
My uncle overdosed on heroin.
I manipulate my mother.
I got kicked out of my Girl Scout troop for pushing a girl in a lake.
My brother told me that Independence Day was a documentary, and I believed him until high school.
My brother hit me in the back of the head with a lightsaber and I had to get staples.
My boyfriend's grandma walked in on us making out.
I cried at the end of Finding Nemo.
I saw someone get bullied, and I didn't do anything about it.
My boyfriend beat a deer to death with a stick.
My friend drowned. They were resuscitated after 30 minutes.
I used to think Labor Day was the day that all babies were born.
I had my first drink when I was 8.
My older cousin was secretly a kingpin in the 80s.
Tried to commit suicide 3 times.
I beat a kid up after a soccer game.
I cut off the circulation to my penis with rubber bands.
In 8th grade, I told a boy I loved him when I didn't.
All these things are true. Just not for me.
Curtain!
Number
14!
14! Trio's interview. Go!
Hi, I'm Maya. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Why?
My name's Bert.
Why?
Because I'm here for a job interview, I guess.
Why?
Well, I really think this job will be just a perfect fit for me.
Why?
Because I really like working at cookie stores, selling cookies, eating cookies. It's just something I really like doing.
Why?
Maybe I'm not sure about this job.
Why?
Maybe I don't like cookies as much as I thought I did.
I'm sleepy.
The day the number rebelled and took control of its own fate. Pursuing a life it had only dreamed of, a world it had never seen. Curtain!
Number 4! Memorial Day! Go! On this day, Memorial Day, we're supposed to remember those who have fallen in the field of battle.
What we need to do is
Those
stop
talking about the movie publicized in the morning
What we need to do is stop our kids from seeing violence on TV, computer games, and
understand that it's not acceptable, so I
What we need to do is put a metal detector and an armed guard at every door of every school in America.
What we need to do is improve
Our
our
children
ability to
have
help
shot
and
in our
identify those
schools.
mental illnesses.
And why here? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question.
What we need to do is get rid of the damn guns. Curtain.
24.
24! Still image on the wall. Go!
A still image is projected on the wall and you show you're seeing and you think, okay, got it. What's next? And then you realize there isn't anything next. It's just staying there. So you look at it again and it's an image of a woman and a boy. Nothing special. She's probably his mother, you think to yourself. Nice, but so what? You wait for the image to change. It doesn't. You look a little more closely at the image and you take a guess when it was taken. Probably the 80s. But look at that hair. Probably the 70s. Yeah, it's gotta be the 70s. Look at the car in the background. The 70s. And the image stays. So what did someone think was so important that we all just stare at the same image for 2 minutes? You think. What was the title again? Still image on the wall? That's a lot of help. Why do people title things like that? You look around to see what other people are looking at. Some of them are looking at their programs. Others are still looking at the image. Some are looking around. And what's with this voiceover anyway? Like the guy who wrote this thinks he's some kind of mind reader who knows what I'm thinking. Or is he actually manipulating me into thinking these things by dictating them through voiceover? Fudge him! I'm not going to comply with his little mind games. You look back at the image. You notice kind of blurry in the foreground. There's a something. It's blurry and it's hard to make out. Is it a toy? A little arm of a toy? It's hard to see how big it is because the blurriness makes it hard to tell if it's close to the lens or far away. It's a toy or a doll or something. The little hand of a... Holy gosh darn fudge, it just moved! It just fucking moved! What the fudge? This is a still image on the wall? It's a slide projection, for God's sake! Not a movie. Nothing's supposed to move. It just fudging waved at me? It waved? Now you're riveted. You're staring at the little arm or the whatever it is to see if it will move again. It doesn't. You think, was I asleep? Were my eyes playing tricks on me? Was I just manipulated by the damn voiceover to see something that wasn't there? You keep staring at the little arm and the slide goes out and comes back up again. It's the same slide, but the thing's gone. It's gone. The little fudging thing is gone. What the hell? You look around at the other people in the audience and they're all just looking at the image like nothing happened, like nothing's wrong, like everything's just fine. And you think to yourself, you're the only one who saw it. Everyone else is perfectly calm. And you go on looking at the image and at the others and at the image and you're left by yourself with your vision and your mind and your thoughts and your eyes and your heart, your pulse and that voice in your head and the image, and the play just ends.
Curtain.
10. It's how you do it. Go!
on for you now?
Voices keep asking me questions.
What kind?
Ones with incomplete sentence structure.
Did they ever ask you the same question?
No,
How long have you been hearing the voices?
they just started.
Do you recognize the voices?
Yes,
Did they ever ask you the same question?
just sometimes.
Do you answer the voices?
Yes,
How do you answer?
simply.
Could you give me an example?
Yes.
Can you identify the voices?
They asked me not.
They told you not
They
to.
asked me.
Do you feel a need to obey the voices?
Yes.
Do the voices have power over you?
Yes.
Do they threaten you?
Yes.
What kind of things do they threaten you with?
Horrible things.
Can you tell me what these things are?
Yes. First, they asked me to tell them my worst nightmare. Then they said to point out the most vulnerable spot on my body. And then they said to imagine my nightmare surgically implanted there if I ever told them who you were.
Who I was?
Who they were.
Do you know that it's true?
Is it true?
Oh, yes.
Seven! A pair of socks! Go!
What the fudge do you mean you don't have any socks? How can that possibly be true? You literally do not have a single other pair of socks besides the ones currently on your feet? Another pair of your socks literally does not exist? If I were to go to your house and look in your sock drawer, and look in your laundry basket, and look in your washer, and your dryer, and the table next to your washer and dryer, find absolutely nothing? Absolutely nothing that could possibly be called a pair of socks. So you're telling me that I should believe that the pair of socks that you are currently wearing on your feet are the one and only pair of socks that you, as a human being, can call your own? In here. Take mine. Take my pair of socks right off my feet right now. I will happily give you the one and only pair of socks that I have in the deer. I'll walk around completely barefoot so that I know there exists somewhere in this world another pair of socks that you can call your own.
Justin! Are you really talking about a pair of socks?
No.
Well, are you talking about something else?
Yeah.
You want to really talk about it?
No. Fine. Sorry.
What the fudge do you mean you don't have any underwear? Curtain!
Number 12, lip readers. Go! Hello, I'm Luke and I'm your moderator this evening in the first of a series of debates between these two candidates who seem to be running for some high political office of some sort. We'll begin with a question from Mr. Lugers, who's in the Navy.
I'd like to know where each of the candidates stand on the abortion issue and how you personally and politically justify your position.
Justin will respond first.
Well, despite what my opponent may think, I'm now and have always been a strong advocate for a woman's right to choose. In my mind, it ultimately comes down to who has the right to make this sort of decision. I believe it is the personal choice of the individual and not one that can be made by the government. Thank you.
All right, Ray Maya.
Well, first, I would like to point out that my opponent didn't even address the question, but yet has turned a dignified intellectual debate for his own form of adolescent mudslinging full of lies and slander. But yet, what do you expect from someone who funnels in boys for money? To answer the question, yes.
All right, next we'll have a question from Graham, who is retired.
The national deficit is now completely out of control and in the thousands and trillions of dollars. Is your solution to cut spending raise taxes for everyone, or a combination of the two?
Justin?
Well, I would like to address my opponent's empty charges of sexism. This is the kind of low, petty, immoral attack she has used throughout her career in order to win these sort of situations. It is not a question of who is the male candidate or who is the female candidate. It is a question of who is honest and trustworthy, and who is the scurvy little back-brain snake. Thank you.
Raymaya?
First, I would like to remind my opponent that just because I am a woman does not mean that I assume that all men are against a woman's right to choose. This, in my opinion, is quite a sexist assumption and might lead one to believe why he opposed these sentiments in the first place. But to answer the question, I am pro-choice, right down the line.
All right, next we'll have a question from Terry, who's a homemaker.
What do you think is America's responsibility to maintain peace throughout the world? Do you think we should step in with military force anytime we feel? Or do you think we should only take action when supported by our allies in the United Nations?
Justin, would you like to address this extremely important and pertinent question?
Well, I would like to tell my opponent that if both of her legs were cut off at the waist, she would leave a little trail of slime behind her, like a snail. Thank you.
Raymaya?
Does the word dickless mean anything to you?
Well, I think that concludes the first round of our debate. On to the second round. Best 3 out of 5 falls. Curtain!
15! 16!
Number 18, tableau for 3. Go!
Act 1. Act 2. Act 3. Act 4. Act 5. Act 6. Act 7. Act 8. Act 9. Act 10. Act 11. Act 12. Act 13. Act 14. Curtain!
25!
25, we are all individuals. Go! Could everyone stand up? Could everyone sit down?
Oh, kind of said.
Could everyone please stand back up again? Could everyone please stand back up again? Could everyone please stand back up again? We want to start this movie. Stand up. Could everyone please place their right index finger on their nose? Would everyone please repeat after me? I will do whatever Nadia tells me to do. Put your right finger on your nose, please. Right finger on your nose. Right finger on your nose.
Number
16, Cyrano. Go.
Please repeat everything I tell you loud enough for everyone to hear.
but I saw you there. And I just had to say something.
Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you did.
So, you come here often?
That sounds like such a lie.
No, really. Have you ever seen this show before?
Oh, yeah. I come here a lot. In fact, this is the greatest show I've ever seen. I can't wait to go home and tell my friends how awesome it is.
Who did you come here with tonight?
I came on my own.
Well, in that case, what are you doing after the show?
Going home with you, I hope.
I don't mean to be forward. But are you single?
Why, yes. I'm single. And looking.
Well, then let's go home together.
Okay. Big girl.
Hey, could you two get a room?
Really? We have a show to finish. Some people are so insensitive.
So what do you think? I've always had a thing for girls with blonde hair. Black hair.
Math teachers are really my type.
So why don't you just ditch the mouthpiece and say it?
I love you.
Oh, Juan, you have no idea how long I've waited for this.
Oh, Juan. You have no idea how long I've waited for this.
Those furtive glances across the stage.
Those furtive glances across the stage.
Secret peeks in the dressing room.
Secret peeks in the dressing room.
Oh, why haven't you ever said anything?
Because I'm scared.
Because I'm scared.
I'm scared of what they'll say.
I'm scared of what they'll say.
Don't be shy. Everything's gonna be okay.
I can't.
I can't.
Number 15, masterpieces of the lyric form.
Go!
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Tonight we will be examining the libretto for one of our more contemporary masterpieces, Crank That by Soulja Boy. Joining us for the analysis is Aubrey.
Hi.
And our musical expert, Nadia.
Good evening.
As every adolescent over the age of 8 knows, the enigmatic chorus for Crank That goes, Soulja Boy up in the hole. Watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that Soulja Boy, that Superman that hoe. Beyond the obvious cutesy and romanticism laced with illusions of Ovid, what do you make of the underlining meaning of these abbreviated lines, laced with trochaic quadrille, Aubrey?
Well, Justin, I have to point out that there is actually quite a bit of disparity between the exact transcription of these lines. Soulja, if I can call him that, has once again rebelled against the reigning zeitgeist and never officially published the lyrics. Therefore, whether he's literally saying off in da ho or up in this ho is highly contested. Many can't clarify whether he's speaking of a hoe at all, simply substituting the final word for asterisks.
Perhaps it's just a reference to a gardening employee. Nadia, what do you make of the reference to washing primates?
Are you referring to the line, I got me some bathing apes?
Precisely.
He's referring to gym shoes, Justin.
Gym shoes?
Yes, it's clarified in another track on the album, I Got Me Some Babes. Bathing apes on my feet put the crowd on hold. Hey to see them on my feet, I know they get mad. Little Arab rocking more colors than a bag of Skittles.
What a clever way to describe footwear. What do you think Mr. Boy meant by using the archetypal pop iconography of Superman as opposed to Spider-Man, or for instance, the Lone Ranger? Is this in a powerful stretch for the...
I don't think so, Justin. Remember that later he also refers to Franklin Delano Roosevelt with the line, "Watch me crank that Roosevelt, then super soak that hoe. Super soak that hoe, super soak that hoe."
He actually repeats it 10 times, Aubrey.
I was paraphrasing.
Well, who knows which Roosevelt he was even referring to? Could be Teddy, it could be Eleanor. So, Claudia, what do you make of this Nietzschean imagery of Superman, the Ubermensch?
He's referring to ejaculating on the back of his lady friend, Justin.
Excuse me?
He's talking about coming all over a woman's back and then using the semen as an adhesive for a bedsheet, which is worn as a cape, like Superman.
Well, thank you for joining A Cartel.
27!
Number 26. Guilty. Go. We will search.
And you will be found.
There is no escape.
Resistance is futile.
You can run.
But you can't hide.
We will catch you.
The truth will out.
No one is innocent.
Everyone is guilty.
It may be a secret.
To you.
But not to us.
Everyone is a suspect.
No, it's you.
And you know it's you.
It's time to confess.
Why not say it now?
And save us time on the clock.
You have 5 seconds to confess.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1!
There.
Don't you feel better?
We do.
It's good to get that off your chest.
Now, let's start again. Curtain!
27. Macbeth. And go.
The Tragedy of Macbeth by William Shakespeare. Act 1. Kill the king.
No.
Kill the king.
No.
Kill the king.
Okay.
Act 2.
Is this a dagger?
Put it back.
Is this a dagger?
Put it back.
Is this a dagger?
Oh, I'll do it. Act 3.
Hey, I see Banquo.
No, you don't.
I see Banquo.
No, you don't.
I see Banquo.
Banquo's dead. Act 4. I see spots.
No, you don't.
I see spots.
No, you don't.
I see spots.
Your hands are clean.
I still see spots. Act 5.
I see trees.
No, you don't.
I see trees.
No, you don't.
I see trees.
No, you don't. Stab, stab, stab.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Curtain!
Okay.